Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday morning, January 30th, 2026. My name's Malcolm. Got my cup of coffee, some stuff here to chat about. Good morning, Mel. Uh, Good morning, Ronaldo. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope you slept well last night. Today is National Fun at Work Day. Woo! So have fun at work today. It's a national. You got to. It's a national day of that. So even if you don't like your job, you got to have fun. It's a requirement. It says it right there. National Fun at Work Day. I don't know what you could do to be considered fun at work, but maybe tell a bad dad joke. I don't have one today. I failed to get one of those down. But that's nighttime for you, Ronaldo. Well, I hope you sleep well tonight then. What country are you in? Where are you located? I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Mel, she's in Texas. You got 2 grandkids in your lap. Hey there, grandkids in your lap. Good morning to you. Yeah, National Fun at Work Day. Maybe I'll order some food for us. Have like Pizza Friday. Used to do that every once in a while. That could be kind of fun. You know, end up with a lot of pizza, but left over because I only eat like 2 slices and she only eats 1, so there's still like half a pizza left over when it's all done. But Indonesia, okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Phil Collins, his birthday's today. He was born in 1951. He's got those. His songs are okay to me. They're not bad. Some get yeah, they're used in the little memes and stuff like that on these TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and things like that. Um, Phil Collins. He was good. He was known for the band Genesis. In the Air Tonight and Against All Odds are a couple of his more famous songs known for. Phil Collins. So, yeah. And then we got Jay Twist. Good morning, Jay Twist. Thanks for joining me. Have you got your cup of coffee with you this morning? Do I have any trips to becoming a streamer? Be consistent. I guess find the one thing you like and be consistent. You know, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, so it's just finding something that works that people like seeing you do and just keep doing it. So I really enjoy doing this coffee with Malcolm in the morning thing. It's just something I like to wake up to and do. Kind of gets my blood flowing, gets me a positive attitude for the day. Just chatting with you guys and sharing a few little knickknacks as far as information is concerned. And yeah, see what you guys have to say in the chat. So I don't know if I could tell you to be I'm not super successful or by any means, but I just got lucky on a couple of videos that went viral. So that was just dumb luck if you ask me. But anyway, Nene and Theo. Good morning, Nene and Theo. Make sure you give Princess Mel a big hug. Give your grandma a big hug. But anyway, you'll be having coffee soon. You should have coffee now. You should always have coffee ready when we're on the show. Gigi. We call her Gigi. Okay. So you got to give Gigi a hug. I'll get it right, Mel. You just got to give me time. Another snowstorm coming through the States again. This time they say it's going to be mostly snow. Be prepared again. Not as much hype as last weekend's storm. But still saying, hey, got some snow coming. So there's still a lot of people without power, and they're hunkering down. They're staying warm, doing the things they got to do, going to stay with relatives or whatever else. So to stay warm. Good morning, Liz. First time seeing the stream. Well, I'm glad you stuck around, Ronaldo. I saw a little video of Liz and Addie dancing out on the patio. She's getting her little moves down. She's getting better. So yeah, little Addie. Is she awake this morning or is she asleep? I got a lot of little kids that tune in and say hi. We got Addie. We got oh gosh, I forgot their names. She told me the names. They're in the chat. Oh no, Theo and Nene. Addie, Theo, Nene, and Bexley are some of the little kid names we say give a big shout out to this morning. So I hope you all have a good day today. Um, she loves to dance for the guys. She likes the attention, huh? Get up there and dance for everybody. That's awesome. Aiden's up too. What's going on, Aiden? Good morning to you. Everybody knows the Lone Ranger, right? TV show. Well, it was a radio show at first, and it debuted in 1933 at a Detroit radio station. People huddled around the radio and heard stories, things like that, little skits and plays and music and whatever else. But the Lone Ranger got its start on radio, and it did like 3 episodes a week. That's a lot of episodes to portray over radio and do all the sounds and everything, and get people actors to do the voices and all that kind of stuff. He had his horse Silver, and he had his little sidekick Tonto. Not very politically correct, but at that time they didn't care. So yeah, I hope I get 100,000 subs too, man. That'd be great. But Lone Ranger, one of the things they got the appeal from parents liking their kids listen to it too. Critics of what they hear on the radio, they like Lone Ranger because he never smoked, he never swore, drank alcohol. He was grammatically correct speech, free of slang, and he never shot to kill. So he was like, they said that they came up with the masked Lone Ranger because of Zorro being the masked crusader, or whatever you want to call him, fighting crime with a sword. They wanted to do the same thing, the Lone Ranger. But he had like a set of rules and morals that he had to follow. And it did well. And then it went on air in the 50s, early 50s, for like 7 years, I think it was. I can't remember all the details. I didn't write them all down. But, yeah. I'll Silver, away! I don't know. Yeah. Or is that Bonanza? I don't remember. Had the William Overture for the Lone Ranger. I never watched it. I like westerns. The old ones to me seem really cheesy compared to things that we watch today. But I like good westerns. They still come out every once in a while. They're not as politically incorrect as they used to be, and that's not the reason why I liked them. I just like the old-fashioned stuff that didn't have all the technology. It's just guys out there trying to do justice, on the frontier, and you didn't have all this crazy cell phone stuff and surveillance and gadgets and doodads, So that's one reason I like watching Western movies. Never watched Bonanza. I know of Bonanza, I know of the Lone Ranger, but I don't think I ever watched either one of them. I was more of a Looney Tunes guy, watching cartoons and growing up. But that was just me. Maybe that's why I'm the way I am today. I don't know. Loves Western, watch them all the time. Oh yeah. The good, the bad, the ugly, fistful of dollars, things like that. Clint Eastwood, he was a great guy in westerns and stuff like that. Then you had what they called the spaghetti westerns, which were Italian directors doing the movies and stuff. So yeah, Bonanza, right? But the spaghetti westerns are pretty. I mean, they're just. You can just tell they're very unique in their grandeur of how things were on the Wild West, and as far as those things go, yeah. Here's kind of a interesting story I came across too. I'll share with you guys. This homeless woman was sleeping on her late husband's grave. They were within days of signing to buy a house as a couple, married couple. And they'd saved up. They got this money to sign for a house. The day that they were supposed to sign to take ownership of this house that they'd saved up for, he had a massive heart attack and died. Totally devastated her. She didn't sign anything. She took all that money back. Got him a grave, a headstone, put a bench beside it, and eventually ran out of money. She fell into depression, and she ended up homeless. And she would work at the homeless shelter, giving out food. That's how she would get food in the day. And then she would go and just sleep by her husband's grave. She was just so depressed and downtrodden over the whole situation. Very heartbreaking story to read. But then somebody was like, "Hey, there's somebody lurking in the cemetery at night." Calling the cops. They came out there, investigated, found out what was going on, got her signed up at the shelter so she wouldn't have to sleep outside, and then got her in connection with this other group that gives tiny homes to homeless people. So she ended up getting a home, a tiny home, granted, but she doesn't have to sleep on the streets or on a grave anymore. And got her some help, mental health help, and things like that to get her out of her depression and get her back on her feet, kind of thing. And so it had a good thing at the end. The community came together and helped her get back on her feet and find the right path to continue on with her life. So yeah, they felt really bad for her, finding out her story and why she was there. And yeah, they ended up getting her a little tiny home, got her back on her feet, and got her going. My nose is going crazy this morning. But anyway, yeah, that was a good, like a heartwarming story with a happy ending at the end. Anyway, it's sad that things like that happen. Guy just had the heart attack and died right there. So not at the signing of the table, I don't think. Earlier that morning or something like that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, the guy passed away, and that's what happened. I didn't get her name. Some of these stories I get from the Good News Network. Some of them I get from squirrelnews.net. All these different stories you can read. If you like to get into more of this good news stuff, something a little bit more positive to kind of get your day started like we're doing here, check out those websites. That's where I get my stuff from. So, yeah. It showed a picture, not laying on the ground, but she had bought like this granite bench with his name engraved on it to sit next to his grave. She spent all the money that they had saved for this house. She threw it all into his burial. Yeah. So she loved him to death, so much. She loved him very much, and she did everything for him, even when he passed away. So, that's true love right there, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if people be spending all their savings on me if I pass away. Robert doesn't have any money. He could dig a hole for me, though, and probably lay by it. But, yeah. He doesn't, I don't know. Kind of twisted in there, man. But, yeah, you're right, Liz. People don't realize how life can flip upside down, how fast stuff like that can happen. They both had jobs. Like I said, they saved up money to get this house in Syracuse. So it was up in that area where he was buried and all this stuff happened. To get her out of the cold, they put her inside. I've seen these other little tiny house communes, if you will, where they put up these little bitty sheds and made these little tiny home communities for homeless people. It's very basic. It's got a bed. It's got heat. It's got a couple little shelves. Somewhere they can get out of the cold and have a place to sleep. And most of those tiny home communities have programs and stuff to get people back on their feet, to get them jobs, get them mental health if they need it, things like that, assistance, all these different things and programs to try to get people off the streets and have them in places that are secure and comforting in some way, so they get back on their feet and become productive citizens and be happy with their lives and be happy again for themselves. So yeah, I know not all stories are happy endings. That is true. And to find the stories that do have happy endings are harder and harder to find. I mean, you can find a lot of crappy news out there of things going wrong and all over the world. So to find a few nuggets of good information is what I like to give you guys each morning here on Coffee with Malcolm. So we've been doing this. This is episode 408. 408 episodes. I think a couple more of that, but I didn't really start counting at the right time. But anyway, that's a lot of episodes, and we've done pretty good, I think. And I love having you guys on here, a regular crew coming in and saying hi each morning. But unfortunately, I'm only on here for 15 minutes. I have to go to work. So I want to thank all of you for joining me this morning, saying hi to everybody. Hey to all the little kiddos out there and stuff. Have a wonderful Friday. It's the National Fun at Work Day. So go have fun at work. Be kind to a stranger. And I'll see you guys next time Bye, everybody.